Hello, everyone. Tonight, I thought I would hop on real quick in order to finish the game of Eldritch Horror. Started last time. For better or worse. Um, I'm hoping to be able to finish it tonight. It's either going to be an absolutely devastating fail, which is likely, or I might just be able to pull this out of the hat and get an actual win, which is unlikely. That would be nice. Um, so things did not leave off very well last time, but that's actually kind of how the game goes. Um, there we go. Okay. Typically things tend to go very, very bad before you get to a win at the end. I find this is especially true for lower player counts, where it gets to the point in the game where you kind of just you let the game run away, and you just focus on getting the mystery solved as quickly as possible. Like I could try and close these gates and prevent the doom track from going down and all that kind of stuff, but at this point it may actually just be worth rushing the mystery. Now the thing is, I don't know what the third mystery is going to be. I don't know if it's one that I'm going to be able to beat in a couple of turns, or if it's going to be one that will take a while to actually do. So I do still need to control the game somewhat, but I think as soon as I know what the third mystery is, I'll know whether or not I can just abandon everything and go straight for the mystery, or if I actually need to juggle the game a bit more. Um, Dealing with the game becomes harder and harder because with only three characters, there isn't enough actions to actually be able to take care of everything. It makes it so in order to actually win the game, you have to stop playing the game, which is a little weird. But I did have a plan from last time, which I sort of remember. I think the idea is right. Jacqueline's gonna rest and pass her clue off to Trish, which she might actually want to go first. Oh no, she can't use her thing because she has to go over to here. Um, so I mean, she's actually going to go into the fight with the deep one pretty badly banged up. In fact, it might just drive her completely insane if she doesn't roll really well. Once again, is it? Yeah, it's two. Two successes on 3 dice. I have 7 turns left. 7 turns left to do 2 more on this, plus whatever the third mystery is. Now, the thing is that I could get her to rest up first before going in, take the turn, get a clue, recover sanity. And she's gonna lose one no matter what as soon as she enters this Eldritch token, because that is what Cthulhu does. Instantly moves in, which means that she needs to get both successes on the deep one to not be driven immediately insane. Um. Hmm. Okay, well, left things off at the start of the turn, so we're starting off with actions. And I think what I might do first is start with Silas. Because basically all he is going to do is rest. Get that back. That's for additional health. Yep. And then rest can try and get rid of this. So it needs a 5 or 6. Which fails. A 2. So he keeps the paranoia. And second action is going to be nothing, because there's literally nothing else he can do. Can't rest again. Can't buy tickets because he's not in a city space. I think the only thing you can do is sit there and just try and fight the deep one again. That'll be it for him. Now the question is, what am I going to do with these two? Jacqueline still has instilled bravery, so if necessary, she can soak a hit for Trish. She doesn't need to heal, though. Oh, and she has a debt that she needs to get rid of. The next set of cards are going to be 3 clues, 4 reckonings. She could also give someone blessed. She could give herself blessed, which isn't the most useful right now. Okay, well, she's definitely going to rest. Kind of wish she had the King James Bible. Give her extra sanity. But she's gonna rest. Which will allow her to roll to see if she can get rid of these. So 5 or 6 for the hallucinations. Success. Hallucinations are gone. And 5 or 6 for the amnesia. The amnesia's gone. Well, that is really good. Okay. And second action is going to be probably best to get rid of the debt. So our influence is 2. Yikes. Ooh, no. Double snake eyes. No getting rid of the debt. Okay. Oh, wait. She was going to get rid of... Right, she's not going to get rid of the debt. She's going to pass the clue over to Trish. Okay, so Trish, on her turn, I guess what is going to risk it? I can't delay her a turn. So she's going to go there. She's going to go there. That will cost her a point of sanity. Oof. And she will become delayed. Okay. And that's it for the actions. Oh boy. Okay, encounter time. Oh, and let's make Silas first. Because he's doing the best at the moment. Sort of. Well, we'll see how he's doing after this, but... Yeah, probably best for him to be first. Okay. So while there, he's gonna have to fight a deep one. So first things first is sanity. So will of 3, 4, 5 because he's on a water space. So 5 for 2. 4, 5. 2 successes, so no sanity loss. Next up is combat. He is currently at 3, 4. The deep one is at -1. So 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 with a reroll. Which doesn't matter because he doesn't get any successes at all. Again. Reroll 1, I guess, just to be able to get rid of that damage. Okay, so he gets 1 success. It doesn't kill it. He doesn't take any damage from it. But he has to sit there for another turn. Oh, for crap's sake. He is having an absolute horrendous time trying to kill this stupid deep one out in the middle of the water here. Alright, let's see if Trish does any better. So she's gonna have to fight the thing as well. She gets 3 dice, meaning 2 successes. Which she gets. Wow. And now she has 3, strength of 6, so 5. 5 dice. Nope. It prevents the damage but doesn't kill it. I think the problem is that this game is designed to fight monsters over multiple rounds. The damage is supposed to carry over from one turn to the next, but ambush enemies like this, they don't stick around. So you have to kill them in one shot. But I'm rolling absolutely fucking horrible. 2 successes on the equivalent of 11 dice is just insane. And that is what's going to cost me the game. Like, those bad rolls, this could go on for turn after turn after turn after turn. And again, there's not a damn thing I can do about it. So I guess we're just going to have to cross fingers and hope for a lucky roll. That's all I can do right now, is just sit these characters there until I either run out of turns or I finally get the number of successes that I need. If, again, there's one complaint I have about this game, it is the luck factor. Like, I wish there was a better way of being able to manipulate the dice so that I could actually get that. I just need one more success. I just needed one more success somehow. But there's nothing in the game that does that. I love the game, but come on, people. If you're designing a game that has a luck-based element like dice, you need a way of being able to mitigate the luck. So that when you get really bad rolls that screw you over from turn to turn to turn, you have something that can be done about it. But no matter how much you like a game, there's always something that is a problem. No game is ever perfect, and this kind of dice thing is what is making this imperfect for me. I love everything else about the game, just hate these goddamn dice. Yeah, failure, failure, failure. I don't know why. Maybe it's just these dice. I'm gonna try some different dice and see if they have any better luck. Maybe it's just the way that these work. In fact, I might just redo that with a different set of dice and see if it does any different. No, I'm gonna take the loss. I'm basically assuming that this game is lost anyway. But, let's see. There's a bunch of other dice that could be used here. What are we looking at? Okay, so these are normal, these are cursed, those would be blessed. Oh, I can't. What does it mean by scripted dice? Well, I guess this shows the 5 or 6. Okay. These are not. Oh, I see. Oh, okay, so it's on the 5 and the 6. Oh, and you can change them 1 through 3 for curse and stuff. State. That's cursed. And that must be, that's blessed, yeah. Okay. So what would Silas have gotten from his roll? 3, 4, 5, 6 dice, yeah. Because on average, each of these dice has a 2 in 6 chance of getting a success. Like 1/3. Which means on average, 1 out of every 3 dice should roll a success. Sort of, kind of. So rolling 6 dice means that you should typically get 2 successes. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I'll try using these and see if it makes any difference. I don't think it is going to, but I think it's just going to be more therapeutic than anything else. So anyway, yeah, okay, so that's going to cost me the game. But I guess I'll just have fun seeing how huge the crash and burn is. Jacqueline still needs to have her encounter, so she's still in Buenos Aires, which means she gets another ritual spell, I guess. Does she really want any more ritual spells? I mean, I guess it couldn't hurt. She actually only has the 2 ritual spells. Let's go for another ritual. Buenos Aires is... In an ancient underground chamber, you study strange scientific and magic paraphernalia, once used by the Serpent Men. Roll for lore. She has 4, 5. So again, try using these dice. See if they work any better. 5 dice. Needing 1 success. Okay, so that is a pass. If you pass, you manipulate the device to transform yourself and gain a blessed condition. If you fail, the device is terminally alien, lose 2 sanity. Okay, blessed. Again, nice to have. Probably won't last more than a turn or 2. Boon, I think. Blessed. She's blessed again. I may just move her. I guess she could move on to this one. There's another move. Okay, that's encounters. So, Mythos. First phase of stage 3. Boom, and it's a Requiem card. Okay, so Omens move to blue. There is 1 blue. Reckoning cards. So monsters go. I don't think there's any monsters that have... Well, the cultists do, but they don't have anything. No. No reckonings on the monsters. The Ancient One sheet, which spawns in the thingy underneath characters that are in water, but they both have thingies, so they're fine. Next up is ongoing Mythos cards. Both of the rumors have been resolved. There are no more ongoing Mythos cards, so that's fine. And then finally, Investigator possessions and conditions. So let's just roll for this. We can go to 1. 5 is fine. Okay, she has the blessing for another turn. And now the debt. The man in the silk suit hands you a large stack of papers. I believe you find this offer quite reasonable. His smile reminds you of a shark. It's clear that he will not take no for an answer. So, okay, roll influence if you fail to discard 2 item possessions. She doesn't have any items, so this doesn't matter. I guess I'll roll the dice anyway. But yeah, whatever. Okay, so this is not a debt I need to worry about anytime soon. Okay, roll for that. Oof, now these. Okay, so she's rolling 3 dice. One's for hallucinations, one's for paranoia. I seem to remember one of them wasn't too bad. I think it might have been the paranoia. So roll for the hallucinations first. Ooh, double success is fine. And next for the paranoia. Ooh, the paranoia triggers. Against rational thought, you can compulsively take what does not belong to you and hide it away. Oh yeah, here we go. Gain 1 random item asset from the deck, then you have to hide from the authorities. Now, she's already delayed, so this isn't really going to matter. But she gets 1 random item. Asset, item. Whiskey. Ooh, that's actually a really good one. So Trish just somehow finds a bottle of whiskey while out in the Arkham Harbor. Oh, she's in the Caribbean, actually. So that makes sense to find a bottle of whiskey floating in the Caribbean Isles. Oh, if the test result is less than the value of the asset you gained, discard that asset and gain a detained condition. Oh, wait, is detained a condition? No, delayed. Oh, delayed, detained, that's different. Then discard this card. Oh. Oh, so it's in once only. Okay, well, she can't roll lower than 1. Well, I guess it could roll 0. Okay, so her observation is currently 4. One success. She got away with stealing the bottle of whiskey from whatever pirate ship or whatever. It's in the Caribbean Isles. Alright, so that's that done. Oh, right, he needs to roll for paranoia. So 3 dice. 4 dice, because he's on the water. Pass. He is fine. Okay, that's it for that. So next up is another gate spawns. Oh boy. A ghost on Istanbul. Sanity test for damage to damage the ghost. Okay. Oh, that not good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gates. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 gates open. Yeah. If I don't just outright lose the game, then Cthulhu is definitely going to be waking up soon. Okay. Oh, this is a bad one. Okay, the storm. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. The wind suddenly picks up, causing a shiver despite the clear blue sky. Looking to the horizon, you see steely gray clouds approaching. Each investigator discards clues equal to the number of rumors in play. There aren't any. There are no rumors in play. Draw and resolve 1 rumor card from the box. Ballsack. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a runaway fail. Because this just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. I don't know exactly how to draw. I guess these are the mythos card. These are the rumors. Okay. I could just leave it. You know, I'm gonna leave out the hard ones because this is already screwing me over hard enough as it is. There we go. says to draw and resolve Mythos card. I guess I do the clues as well. One in Antarctica. One in London. Okay. Rumor in space 2, which is over here. And 4 of these things. Eldritch tokens. Fractured reality. The strange phenomenon is an echo of the catastrophic destruction of Mu. The repercussions of the Serpent People's overreaching ambitions still take their toll. On Reckoning, discard 1. There's 4 tokens. There's only 4 Reckoning cards left. So basically, by the time this runs out, this will run out. So honestly, I don't care what this does because it's not going to have an effect on this game. What would have happened if this actually mattered? Blah, blah, blah. Advance Doom by 1 for each gate on the game board. Whatever. Yeah, by the time that happens, Cthulhu would already be awake anyway, so don't care. I guess it's a good thing of getting this so late in the game, that the rumor doesn't actually matter anymore. So, whatever. And that's it. That's it for the Mythos turn. So next turn's actions. Trish is delayed, so she can't perform any actions. She just stands up. That does suck because it means she can't rest. So she's still in danger of going insane. Oh, and this is discarded. Although now that she has the whiskey, she can tank a sanity hit. That's fine. Don't need to use the debt. I do want to use the blessed before it goes away. So what I might do with Jacqueline is rest. Get these up. And then move to here. That will become delayed. And she will lose a point of sanity. Blech. She's not a very strong combat character, but hopefully with 3 dice and blessed, she should be okay killing a thingy. I don't know. Maybe this is a bad idea. Maybe what she should do instead. Oh, but I'm kind of relying on both of these to pass. Oh, but she sucks at fighting these things. You know what? She's gonna head over to here instead. She's gonna deal with Mark. So she won't lose the sanity. Alright. That's 2. That's 2. Right, because she stood up. He is just going to heal to full, which can allow him to roll to get rid of that paranoia. Nope. Yeah, that's it. Okay, that's it for actions. Let's go for dice rolls again. Okay. Let's see if this turn is the turn that can actually beat this mystery. So, guess Trish goes first. Okay, dice roll for the sanity. On success, she'll take 1, which means yeah, Jacqueline's gonna cast Instill Bravery. 5 dice with Blessed. Wow. Okay. Even with Blessed. Wait, with Blessed. Oh, she's rolling the wrong dice. That was actually 1, 2, 3, 3 successes. I should have been rolling these blue ones. So that actually does pass. And I remember from last time, her Instill Bravery causes a wound. Yeah. So that puts it down to 2. But she doesn't lose the point. And now it is combat. So again, 3, 4, 5. 5 to get 2 successes. And I just have to keep rolling until this works. The odds of getting 2 successes on 5 dice are pretty shitty, but because she only ever gets 1 bonus to her stat anyway, the chances of getting a bigger bonus than +3, not that great. Improving her strength might have been good, but I'd have to get her all the way down to Sydney, which is actually quite a ways to go. So again, and it would take too many turns to get down there and back, or just to get down there and onto this one. I would have to go through this Eldritch token to get there. I guess you'd come up and around. I mean, still, that's a take too long to do that. Again, I just have to keep hoping that 2 successes roll on these dice. Oh, thank you. There we go. 2 successes. Okay, this stupid thing is finally, well, it's dead for her. And she'll spend a clue to move this Eldritch token onto here. Oh, good grief. Okay, and now it's his turn to do the same thing, hopefully. 3 dice. 2 points of sanity loss. That is honestly okay. Boom, boop. And now his combat. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, should have rolled 1 more for the sanity. So past 1. And 5, 6 for combat. Okay, 2 successes. Here we go. Okay, and spend a clue in order to move this onto here. The Deep One invasion has finally been dealt with. That is right. Their encounters as now it is Jacqueline's. She is going to do this. You take custody of Mark's belongings and arrange to visit him in the asylum. Gain all of his possessions. To your dismay, Mark is convinced that you are a creature disguising itself as a human. You do your best to convince him that you're telling the truth. Pass an influence roll. Her influence is only 2. But again, she is using blessed dice. So... pass. If you pass, he shows you sketches he made of the horrible monsters that he's been hunting. Retreat doomed by 1. Well, here we go. If you fail, blah, blah, blah. So now that that's been dealt with, he is now retired to the, I guess, Buenos Aires Asylum. And his character is now gone. Which means she should probably start making her way towards the gates, which are, of course, all up on the top. Too. Yeah. She should probably continue resting anyway. What did we say she could kill? 3 health, 2 health. So she could pop the goat spawn and jump into Arkham Gate. Okay. Alright, that's it for actions. Or sorry, that's it for encounters. So now it is Mythos' turn again. So there's a 50-50 chance this is a clue card. It is a clue. The gate changes. Or sorry, the omen changes to green, ooh, which is 2. Yeesh. And there's a monster surge. So 3 players. Oh, monster surge is 2 monsters per gate. Yikes. Okay, so for the gate in San Francisco, a hound and a maniac. Oof. And for the one in London, the warlock and the mummy immediately gets moved to the pyramids. Now, both the warlock and the hound of Tyndalos have a reckoning effect. The hound chases after characters, yep. And the warlock, nearest investigator gains cursed. Oof. Oof. Okay. Well, Jacqueline can kill this guy. Actually, I wonder if Trish should move into here and kill them. That's hefty combat modifier. Well, we'll see. Okay. Anyway. Next thing is clues. So 2 clues go out. First one is up there. Second one is in the heart of Africa. Okay. Oh, for Pete's sake, it's another hard one. Rising terror. The full moon seems to stir the blood of every beast. Even listless old hounds seem possessed of a spirit of the same, of some feral ancestor, vicious and cruel. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Resolve the reckoning effect on each monster on the game board twice. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, well I guess the Warlock's one is easy. Roll 1 die on a 1 or 2, the nearest investigator. The other thing. Okay, so this would be on Trish, I guess. So first one. It's fine. Second one is fine. Okay, so nobody's cursed. The next one is move this monster to the nearest space containing an investigator. Then an investigator on that space immediately encounters it. Nearest investigator. 1, 2, 2, 3. Yeah, so that'll be Trish. Okay, ouch. So first things first, sanity for 2. 3 dice. Still has her whiskey, and Jacqueline hasn't used Instill Bravery. Ugh, not that it's needed. 3 successes. There's absolutely nothing scary about this hound. And now combat is -1. 3 damage, 3 health. That's gonna be 3, 4, 5. It is unlikely that she's gonna get through this unscathed. Then again, that is the one that didn't count. So 3 successes. She absorbs the 3 points of damage, and she inflicts 3 damage onto it, which kills the Hound of Tendalos. Which means it doesn't get resolved a second time. Okay, well that turned out reasonably good, actually. I probably should have done the Hound first, because if she had been cursed, that would have gone a lot worse. Okay, and that's that done. Which means now, the Deep One Invasion goes away. And the third and hopefully final mystery is... not the easy one. Oh, poop. Okay. Eons ago, the city of Relaya was plunged to the bottom of the ocean by some forgotten disaster. It has remained trapped there, waiting for the right time to resurface. Now that moment has finally arrived. In this card enters play, place the mystery token on space 3. Mystery token on space... 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 3. Oh, it's right where Jacqueline is. As an encounter, an investigator in Space 3 may explore the island city of Relaya by resolving a Relaya Risen special encounter. At the end of the Mythos phase, if there are Eldritch tokens on this card equal to half the number of investigators, solve this mystery. So I need 2 clues. Well, I guess Jacqueline's gonna have to pick that up and then deal with this. Am I gonna beat this before? Is there any chance I can actually clear enough of these to make any kind of difference whatsoever? If I get rid of this one, then it won't trigger there. But the red ones will trigger twice. I only need 2. I'm not going to be able to get him over here in time, am I? Remove. Extra move. Best I can do is to move here, buy a ticket. And then... shop. Yeah, okay. Anyway. Okay. Action turn. So... Jacqueline's just going to rest. She is still blessed. There is no point in doing anything else. Trish is going to... Cultist is not that hard, is it? Oh, it's an automatic 1 sanity loss. Ooh, that's bad. She's gonna have to do it though. Come over to here. 1, 2. Yeah, she'll just have to use the whiskey. I'd rather not have her take damage, not knowing what kinds of things I'm going to encounter there. And for his part, he is going to do his special action to move and His extra action to buy a ship's ticket. That means on the following turn, he can special move, then do a regular movement and a ship's token to go there. His second action is going to be shopping. The rabbit's foot would be nice. King James Bible would be good. Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna do some shopping. He doesn't really need to rest. Okay, never mind. Oh, is it worth him taking the debt? Hmm. 3 out of 5 chance that a card's gonna be a reckoning. No. No, it's not worth it. Okay, encounters. Jacqueline could just dive right in. Rather than doing the clue. Yeah, she's gonna do that. Okay, so before we get to that, let's take care of these guys first. So first things first, Trish is going to beat the snot out of a cultist. So first thing is that it's just 1 point of sanity loss because Cthulhu cultists are scary little bastards. But she's going to drink some whiskey to make it all okay. Next up, she is going to shoot the cultist in the face. So it is a 0 modifier for 1 and 1. Means she is rolling 6 dice. Yep. 2 successes. Cultist is punched in the face. Oof. And now she is going to go through the gate. This is the one where that was the one trait she's not good at. Wow, fantastic. You're forbidden to enter the library unless you bear the necessary sigil. You draw the symbol to the best of your knowledge. Roll lore. The one thing she's not good at, of course. This is probably going to be a fail. Is it bad if it's a fail? Sometimes it can actually be better. Nope, unless you can spend 1 clue. So basically, fail doesn't even allow you to close the gate at all. It's literally just amnesia. Okay, so I have to pass this. 1 dice. Literally couldn't have been anything else. For Pete's sake, fine, whatever. There we go. Okay. So that is passed. After you enter the Great Hall, you realize you must have confidence in your actions, so others do not suspect you of trespassing. Roll will. Her will is 3. And here we go. 1 success. If you pass, you recover the book you are looking for. Close this gate. So she visited the library at the Great Hall of Saleno and found the book that can be used to close the gate in London. So that will snap shut. And London is now safe. Which means when that ticks over, there won't be any gates open that will trigger it. So the only problem now is red and green, which Shanghai is completely clear. If I can get someone over there, but everyone is so far away. No, I'm probably better off putting her into maybe symbol. -1 for 2. 2 for 2 is bad. Or she could come over here and try and kill these guys. She might actually be able to do. I mean, this thing is not nice, but in Dark Pact to discard 1 monster from any space. Yeah, maybe she will come over here and beat the snot out of these guys. But anyway, that's that. And Silas is just going to have a generic city encounter. Oh, this is the first generic encounter that I've done. So, city. A night of drinking and good cheer helps raise your spirits. Recover 2 sanity. Is he actually missing any? I think he might be missing 1, yeah. While you are celebrating, you hardly notice that you're being robbed. Make an observation roll. His observation is 3. Two successes is a pass. If you fail, discard 1 item. Okay. Well, after spending a whole crap load of time out on the water, Silas comes into port and drinks his sorrows away. And he manages to keep all of his items in the process. Okay, so that's them two done. Now it is Jacqueline, who suddenly finds herself standing outside a weird and scary island. So that uses these cards here. They arisen. Okay, let's see how bad these are. Okay, so it doesn't actually say how tokens are put onto here, so I'm guessing it has to do something with these cards. Okay, looks like these are resolved like outer gates. Ooh. Enormous silhouettes of flying creatures descend from the clouds. The star spawn have arrived. They attack you with blood-chilling ferocity. Ugh, strength at -1. So that's 1 with a reroll. And this is all during combat tests. So yeah, 1 die with a reroll. And it is blessed die though. Whew, pass. And only because it's a bless. Okay. You survive their onslaught and hide yourself in a small cavern. You wait there for a reprieve. See, it's kind of weird. Like, why doesn't this not count as a combat encounter? If you're fighting off the star spawn, this should count as a combat encounter. Whatever. You survive their onslaught and hide yourself in a small cavern. You wait there for a reprieve, listening to the terrible alien shrieks of the creatures. Sanity, or will -1. That is 2 dice. Yeah, 2 dice of the bless. Shoot. That's a fail. So you basically need to pass every roll in order to get the thing, otherwise you gain hallucinations. So nothing gets added then. If you fail, it always places horrible images into your mind, gain the hallucinations condition. No, nothing. Okay, this is not going to be easy. Yeah, I need to throw more people at this problem, because this is going to be absolute garbage to try and get through this, even with blessings. Hallucinations. Yeah, she's just getting all the cards. Alright, that's all the encounters, so Mythos phase. That goes there. Nothing. Reckonings. Okay, monsters. Oh, the Warlock. He's gonna try and curse Trish again. And fail. He really wants Trish cursed. That just ain't gonna happen. Everything else, the Reckoning is gone. That's it for that. Next up is Ancient One. So anyone in the water, which is Jacqueline, is going to get a token. Oh, that sucks. Ongoing Mythos cards, so yeah, whatever. Discard an Eldritch token from this. Blah. And finally, possessions and gear. Okay, so let's roll for the blessing. 4, it's fine. The debt is for items, so influence roll 2 dice. Oh wait, this actually does count for the blessing. Pass. And her new hallucinations requires a will roll, so 3 dice. With blessing. Pass. Okay, she is fine. Trish's hallucinations, so 3 dice. Pass. And finally, Silas's paranoia. Now he's not on the water anymore, unfortunately, so he only gets 3 dice. Pass. Okay, that's all fine. And that's it for that. Another gate, of course. Oh, another red. The ghoul. Ghouls are not so bad. Okay, rather than going into this one, maybe it's worth clearing this one instead. Because this guy's gonna be easier to kill. Although it would be nice to get rid of that stupid warlock. Okay. How is this not a red bordered card? Loses 2 health and 2 sanity? Unless it discards a blessed condition. What the hell? A cold, bitter wind howls through the trees, and people everywhere cling to the fires and blankets. The chill has settled into your bones, and there's no warmth to be found. 2 health and 2 sanity? Fuck me. Okay, that's fine. Damn. She's gonna have to use bravery, which is going to be 4, 5 dice. Okay, that's a pass. So if she doesn't get the sandy loss, that will cost her 1 health. And so that's 2 more health from that, which she'll have to use Flesh Ward to try and prevent that. Which passes with 2 successes. Spell causes skin to writhe and reform like living being. No additional effect. Nice. Oh, so this is actually a pretty good one unless you roll 0. Nice. Okay, that was a bad one, but that's that over with. So we're back to turns. Or back to actions. Well, Silas is going to do the thing that he was planning on doing. He's going to use his special move to go there, which allows him to perform additional action, which will be to move. And he'll use the ship's ticket to move to there. Oh, which means he could do one more thing before doing that. He's going to be able to do that all in one action. So he's going to use his first action to heal. And 5 or 6 to get rid of the paranoia. And the paranoia is gone. Okay, then the second action will be to do the special move, which allows him to perform additional action, and then he'll use the ship's ticket to move to there. And unfortunately, that will put him onto that Eldritch token, which will cost him sanity. Oop. But he is not immune to being delayed. That was the other guy. But doesn't matter. These guys aren't going anywhere anyway. I do like the little animations that they have for these characters. Okay, so that's Silas. Trish is going to gain a clue token. And then move down to Rome. No matter what, this is bad regardless of how you look at it. Maybe she should just rest rather than gaining the clue. Nah. Okay. And now Jacqueline. She's going to rest, which allows her to roll to try and get rid of these hallucinations. Not a trait roll. But she gets rid of the hallucinations. Okay. And for action number 2, Blessing of Isis. Lore -1, so that'd be 4. 4 with a reroll and bless. Three successes. If you pass, choose an investigator on your space that does not have a blessed condition to gain a blessed condition. So that will be Silas. Boon blessed. And flip the card. 3 successes. Goddess smiles upon your cause. Each investigator on your space that does not have a blessed condition gains a blessed condition. 0 to 2, lose 1 health. Okay, well both of them have blessed conditions, so that's not going to help either of them. But hopefully that improves their chances of getting through this place intact. Okay, that is it. Actions are completed, which means it is now encounters. Trish is going to beat the crap out of this ghoul. So sanity is +1, which means she's now rolling 4 dice, needing a single success, which she passes. Oof, barely, but just. And now she has to fight the thing. So it does 0 for 2 health 1 toughness. So 3, 6 dice, essentially to get 2 successes. Okay, 2 successes. No, she has beaten the crap out of the ghoul. And now she can go into the Rome Gate. She is going to Yugoth. You find a room filled with strange metal cylinders. Inside of each cylinder is a living brain. You can communicate through a speaker box. You ask them for help. Influence for her is 4. Pass. 1 success. Ooh, okay. They describe how to operate the Migos machinery to travel between worlds. Based on what they say, you try to operate the alien devices. Wow, lore. Ugh. It's a lore. I have a clue, so if need be, I can just gain an automatic success. Because that is the house rule I'm using, because the default rule for this game is absolute garbage! But anyway, lore, one roll. Did not. There we go. Still a fail. And it's a 1. Okay, so I can spend the clue to gain a success. If you pass, you return home. Close this gate. The brains in the metallic jars help Trish get back home and close the gate behind her. Which means Rome is also now clear. Which helps a little. It's still going to tick down twice when it goes to red. 1, 2. It is cutting to Razor's Edge, but it won't be a problem until it comes back to green. And by then, hopefully, I'll have closed maybe this one. I don't know if Trish can beat the ghost. Well, fingers crossed. I actually beat the game this turn. Okay. 2 encounters. Let's go with Jacqueline first. So she going to... At the very peak of the island, you encounter a massive stone door featuring a horrific bas relief of a dragon-like creature. Strange symbols are carved along the edge of the door. Some of the icons resemble drawings you've seen in books. Lore -1. Well, this is actually one she's pretty good at. So 4 minus the 1, so 4. 4 with 1 reroll. Come on. Pass. You spot a protective ward out of place, hanging precariously. A member of your crew is on top of the door frame next to the ward. You warn him to carefully replace it. Influence -1. 1 die. You've got to be kidding me. This all comes down to 1 blessed die. Again. Pass. If you pass, he does as you ask. Place 1 Eldritch token on the active mystery. Boom. Halfway done. And now we come to Silas. Okay, let's see what he is up against. Hundreds of deep ones surface from the water, crawling up the green stones. You hide yourself and watch their priest perform a strange ritual. Observation -1. So 2 dice. 3 dice, because he's in the water. 3 dice. And he's blessed. Oh, she should have been rolling an extra die for each of those. Yeah, it doesn't matter, she passed anyway. 1 success. Although you cannot understand the words, the ritual reminds you of a similar ceremony performed by human cults. Lore -1. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. So 1 die. 2 dice. No, wait. +1 then -1? Guess it would be. So yeah, -1. So it would be 1 die. Oh, balls. I don't think there's anything that he can use off of this. No. Oh, she should have been doing this. Damn it. An uncommon condition card. Like blessed. Oh, if you gain another blessed condition, flip this card instead. Oh, she should have done that. In your dreams, a handsome youth shows you visions of faraway places and the secrets that are hidden there. Gain 2 clues, then flip this card. Maybe should have done that to him. Okay, well when she... okay, I'm gonna have to retroactive a little bit. No, I forgot to do it, so I'm not gonna do that. But I'm gonna do the bless for him. All it does is discard 1 monster of your choice. Okay. The great lord of the abyss and his loyal knight gaunts are hunting the ancient one's servants. Mighty Nodens looks upon you with favor. You may discard 1 monster of your choice, then flip this card. 1 monster of my choice will be... Goat Spawn. Then Trish can move in and kill the Warlock. Because this guy is kind of a chump. Okay, so unfortunately that didn't help with the lore, so this is just going to be a single roll. So I might not be able to beat this turn, but I have a good feeling we could probably do this next turn. So anyway. Yeah. That's a 1. Okay. If you fail, you misinterpret the chant, resolve the fail effects. This? Yeah, okay. So a loud croak informs you that one of the deep ones has spotted you. The monstrous fish creatures descend upon you from all sides, lose 3 health. That's fine. He can take that. He'll heal back pretty quickly. Okay, so unfortunately, the game is not over yet. So I'll have at least 1 more turn. And that means another one of these. Which I think is still 50-50 green and yellow. He didn't have this turn. So let's see what happens. Boom. Oh, it's a nice one. Okay, so Omen moves to red. It shifts these down, this down by 2. And there's a monster surge on the red spaces. Oh, that was not good. Okay, 2 monsters in Arkham. First one is a skeleton. Second one is a serpent people, but he will move the Amazon. Right. Now he has a reckoning effect, which is on 1 or 2, the nearest investigator moves 1 space towards this monster. Interesting. And Istanbul also gets a Dark Young, yikes, and a cultist. Okay, Dark Young also has a reckoning effect. Roll 1 die, and a 1 or 2 advance doomed by 1. Oof. Okay. Well, I kind of wish I could trigger this a couple more times. Okay, clues. And there. Okay, not that they're going to matter all that much. Buying information. Oh, cool. When you get there, stop at this address. The nervous little man hands you a business card for a restaurant. Ask for the catch of the day, and then tuck a sawbuck into your napkin. These guys can get you the answers you need. When you get the bill for your meal, it includes directions to a payphone. It's already ringing by the time you find it. You answer and explain your situation to the gruff voice on the other end of the line. You can test influence, gain a number of clues equal to the test result. That is 3. Still blessed. Nothing. Okay, whatever. Alright, that's the end of that. Next turn. Actions. Silas can't do anything because he is delayed, so he will simply stand up. Jacqueline is going to heal. And cast Blessing of Isis? It's not the worst idea. I need to get 3 successes or she takes a wound, I think. Or she'll get no successes. She does get a reroll. God, even with Blessed, this game really likes to screw you over. Yeah, okay, well, so the bad thing happens. Blah blah blah, lose 1 health. Okay, would have been nice if that had gone off, but whatever, doesn't matter. Right, can't do any actions. Trish. Trish is going to... Oh, the skeleton's a bit scarier. I need to clear the green ones. I could try and throw into combat with the ghost. But that's two regular dice for 2 successes. Okay, first things first, she... you know what? She's going to rest. She's going to gain a clue. Does she want to rest? No, she doesn't want to rest. She's not going to rest. She's going to gain a clue, and then she's going to go shopping. So that's 4 dice. Oh, whatever. I'm going to take a debt. So that I can get... I might as well take the Lucky Rabbit's Foot. And I'm going to use a wire transfer. or wireless report. So that I can give this to... let's go with Jacqueline. Okay, and she now has a debt. Whatever. Restock, restock. Ooh, turbine rifle. Once per round, gain +5 to a combat encounter. Or an axe. 2 strength. You may spend 2 sanity to reroll any number of dice when resolving a strength test during a combat encounter. Interesting. Okay, and I think that does it for actions. So now we are into encounters. I guess we might as well do Trish. Yeah, let's do Trish. She's going to have an encounter in Rome. You're invigorated by a visit to a magnificent cathedral. Improve will. Will. Oh, she already has an improvement on will. That will go up to +2. In the basement, you find a mosaic depicting robed men bowing before a great fire. To your horror, it is surrounded by scorch marks that resemble human silhouettes. Make a will -1 roll. So that's now 3. Pass with 2 successes. Okay, a little visit to the cathedral in Rome, which results in some inspiration. Okay, that's it for her. And now it is these 2 bozos. Let's go with Jacqueline first. Might as well. And she has the clue. Alright, let's see what she is up against in Relaya. You recognize the alien landscape from a dream you had. Lose 1 sanity. Just straight up lose 1 sanity. Okay. You try to remember as many details as you can from the dream to navigate through the city. Observation -1. 3, 4, 5, so 4. 4 dice with the blessing. That's a pass. You make your way to a hidden chamber lined with strange glyphs carved into the stone. Some of the symbols seem familiar. Lore -1. Finally, some rolls that she's actually good at. So lore will be 4 dice. 4 dice blessed with a reroll. Two successes. If you pass, you learn the story of how the Elder Things trapped Cthulhu in this city. Place 1 Elder's token on the active mystery. And that's 2. So that's that done. And the exploration of Relaya is completed. So I still have the last until the end of the Mythos phase. So Silas still has to have an encounter. Now, since I don't need to have a Relaya encounter, what I can do instead is, I guess, just... Oh, again, she should have been rolling an extra dice for each of those. Well, whatever. Yeah, whatever. She passed the rolls anyway. I guess just go for clue, I guess. Let's just have a generic water encounter. Let's see. You're awakened in the night by gunfire. Deep ones have climbed aboard the ship and are trying to sabotage the engine. You do your best to help the crew fight them. Strength test. Oh, strength is 4, 5, because he's in the water. And I get a reroll. That's a pass. That's 3. If you fail, blah, blah, blah. Become delayed. Oh, so even if he failed... Oh, no, that's different. Keep forgetting that's Mark, not Silas. Although it wouldn't have mattered, because he wants to sit there anyway. Okay. So he just fights off the deep ones. There's no benefit. Alright, that's the end of the encounters. So now... last one of these. Boom. Okay, Omen shifts to blue. There are no blue. The Doom did not advance. Oh, it's an official one. Oh, then yeah, I'm pretty sure that I've won this. Reckoning cards. Monsters. Although this could be a problem. Reckoning. So the Warlock will curse Trish, I guess, on a 1 or a 2. Nope. Trish is uncursable. The Serpent Folk. On a 1 or a 2, move an Investigator. No. Serpent Folk are not hypnotizing me this time. Dark Young. Roll a die on a 1 or 2, Advanced Doom. That isn't going to matter. Ooh, but it does. Ooh, I'm so glad that I got the pushback from putting Mark into an asylum. Otherwise, that would have triggered Cthulhu, which would mean fourth mystery would have to be solved. But that's it for that. Okay, the Ancient one goes, but there's nothing that it goes because there's already an Eldritch token on the water space. Ongoing Mythos cards. Yeah, whatever. Another one of these goes away. And then lastly, these things. So blessed. No, let's do these first. So this is an influence roll, 2 dice. I lose items. Using blues. Pass. And then, oh, she got rid of the other thing, right? So it's just blessed. Anything but a 1 or a 2. 3 is fine. Next up is Trish. So hallucinations, 4 dice now. Pass. And her debt. You see now that it was no ordinary bank you borrowed from. Some armed men confront you and demand that you repay what you owe. Strength test, if you fail, lose 3 health. That's fine. Strength is 3. That's only during combat encounters. So 3 with 1 reroll. Pass. And discard this card. Actually, is this discarded or is it flipped? Oh, that should have been discarded. Oh, whoops. I've been rolling for that one. I didn't need to. And Silas is blessed. Still around. Wow, these blesseds actually have stuck around for a while. That is highly unusual. However, that is the end of that. Next up is a gate spawns in Buenos Aires with Amigo. Discard the nearest clue and move this monster to that space. If you defeat this monster during combat encounter, gain 1 artifact. Nice. Artifacts you can typically only gain through special encounters. Sorry, you can only gain them from monsters. I think there might be a couple of general encounters that give them, and the expedition gives them. So again, if you're looking for something, you know kind of where to go. So in this particular case, if you're looking for artifacts, don't bother looking in any of these other locations. I don't think there is any. You want an artifact, you hunt the expedition. Artifacts, really strong, really good. But again, unless you have the characters to spare, it's not worth chasing the expedition around. However, that's it for that. Silver Twilight Aid. Once inside the lodge, your host invites you to follow him upstairs. Several members stare in astonishment. Outsiders are rarely granted such access. At the top of the stairs, you are ushered into a library filled with rare and exotic tomes. Now, he says, how can we help you? Gain 1 clue, gain 1 asset, or gain 1 spell. Doesn't matter, because that is the end of the Mythos turn, in which case this is resolved. The island of Relea sinks back into the water. And that is that. 3 mysteries solved. Cthulhu has been defeated. It is skin of the teeth, which I find usually is what happens. There's literally... yeah, 1 turn away from Cthulhu waking up, and 2 turns away from losing the game. But again, that is usually how this game goes. Especially at lower player counts. It is to the wire, skin of the teeth. So yeah, the bad luck with the dice sucks. I don't know, it's another one of these things where it's kind of weird. Because you can have horrible luck with the dice and just fail every roll, but then you can luck out a couple of times, like getting some blessed or just getting a specific thing that you need to win. Like, I kind of lucked out at having Jacqueline right where this, the mystery popped up. Because she could start working on it right away. And yeah, despite a couple of really, really horrible turns of dice rolling and just bad luck, still managed to squeak out a win. It is frustrating, however, when you just get really, really horrible dice rolls. Doing a game solo, playing multiple characters, is somewhat better because you're rolling a lot more sets of dice. So having a character get screwed over and over again is not such a big deal, because you still have other characters you're playing that can be doing well. So from a player's perspective, it's not so bad. However, if this was being played with 3 actual players, each person controlling their own character, and your character was failing over and over and over and over again, I can see that being very frustrating. In fact, it has been. I have been in multiplayer games. No, in Eldritch Horror. I have played this with groups of friends before. And it does really suck when your character cannot do anything because of the dice. So, in kind of a macro perspective, the overall game balance is fine, because typically other characters' good luck can pick up the slack for another character's bad luck. As for an individualistic point of view, this kind of dice mechanic without any way of being able to get, say, automatic successes really sucks. And I really need better ways of getting clues because these things are hard to get. And you don't have a lot of turns to waste collecting them. Like, yeah, sure, Trish could have grabbed a couple of extra clues. And that way she would have gotten some automatic successes that could have been used to then spend the clue to advance the mystery. But that would have cost turns. And there's no guarantee that going for a clue that she would get one. Again, in Arkham Horror, whenever you move into a space with a clue, you just automatically pick it up. But in Eldritch, you have to make this the research roll. And that means that you could end up sacrificing an entire turn and not getting a clue. A turn that you could have just spent going after the thing on its own. So clues tend to be rare. Like, there's a lot of them on the board, but there's no point in going for them. Again, at lower player counts. At a higher player count, I could have had Jacqueline running around collecting clues. I probably shouldn't have played her. I thought she would have been useful because gaining clues and shuttling them to other characters. And actually it did come in useful every now and then. So yeah, it was still worth playing her, but still. She should have been running around. And again, another thing about Eldritch Horror is that each character has their role. And it is typically a very specific role. You can shuffle it around a little bit, but usually not so much. Jacqueline, for example, she can kind of become a combat caster. She did. With Instill Bravery, Flesh Ward. She never actually used these spells, but getting the Blessing, like, she could have fought a weaker enemy if need be, or she could have been running around just popping weaker enemies with this. But that's not her role. Jacqueline is supposed to be the one running around collecting the clues and sending them off to other people. It's like Silas is supposed to be the one on the water, which he did spend most of his time on the water. So he fulfilled his role. And Trish is kind of... I don't know, she's also kind of clues. But, if I've been playing some more characters, Jacqueline could have been running around collecting the clues, doing what she was supposed to be doing. As it was, I think I might have been better off playing even like Akachi, who would have been good at running around closing gates. Lola Hayes is amazing because she can shift around her improvement tokens. Get her one from anywhere, and she can shuffle it to something else. And getting these rerolls for other investigators, again, not so good in lower player counts because typically you're not going to be in the same space. This guy is only good in higher player counts again because he basically just sits there and gives his actions to other people. And then he can grab assets to give to other people. He is the purchaser. So he sits there, buys stuff, and gives other people more actions. Which wouldn't have worked in this kind of a game because you can't just have a character sitting there shopping and giving other characters actions. Diana would have been good. She would have been really good, actually. In fact, I probably should have gone with her. Reduce the horror of monsters you encountered by 1. Or 2-1. She is a combat caster. So she should have been the one running around killing monsters. And Culver is nice for gaining sanity, rolling extra combat dice. So he's a buffer and a healer, which again, not great in lower player dice. This guy is good for going after the expedition. He collects allies. He's good in wilderness spaces. The martial artist is the one that can shuffle health back and forth and improve. She improves twice. So she's also very strong. So, and again, there are other characters that probably would have been better. he is also absolutely fantastic for completing mysteries. He, again, probably should have been someone I picked. Spend sanity rather than spending a clue? Hell yeah. He basically starts with 7 clues. He could have been running around solving these mysteries no problem whatsoever, just dropping clue tokens everywhere. Well, I guess it's once per round. Yeah, it's once per round. So you can spend 1 sanity rather than 1 clue. Which would have been amazing. So, yeah, as you can see, different characters fulfill different roles, and different roles work better for different Great Old Ones. As it turns out, Cthulhu does a lot of water stuff, requires combat, and clues. And the last one, yeah, spawns the Cthulhu Epic Monster. So combat and clues. And then this last one is just a hodgepodge mixed bag just needing high stats. Which, again, if I had her and just bumped a bunch of improvements onto her, she would have been rolling a lot of good dice. But anyway, this is a really cool game. The only game that I would consider to be somewhat on par with this is the Arkham Horror card game. It has a much stronger story element to it. It is basically like playing through a Call of Cthulhu role-playing game adventure. The only downside to it is that it was not very well balanced. It's a living card game where you get a fixed set of cards and you can build a deck out of it, and you use that deck as your character to perform actions and to do stuff. There are certain cards that are significantly better than others. Some of the scenarios, there are ones that are ridiculously easy. And at the same time, there are ones that are ridiculously hard. And it's not necessarily based on a kind of challenge of the scenario. It's just how well it was put together. So I don't know. At some point, I may go back and try the card game again. I don't know how significant the balance issues are. I only really played like 1 or 2 scenarios, and they were okay. So I don't know. And there might be like some house rules or something that might help rebalance it to make it a bit better. But out of all the Arkham Fall games, I would consider Eldritch Horror and the Arkham Horror LCG to be the best of the two. Or sorry, best 2 of the lot. Which I don't know if the LCG is out of print. I think it might be. But yeah, I think they are. I know Eldritch Horror is definitely out of print. Can't be certain. Card game. I think it might be as well. Which is a shame, but I guess it means that if you are buying into it, you have a finite set of things to buy. There are only a certain amount of expansions you can get for Eldritch Horror. There are only a certain amount of card sets you can get for the card game. And as far as Cthulhu games go, as far as games that have Cthulhu in them go, the other one that I really enjoy would be Cthulhu Death May Die. Now, the interesting thing about it is that it's a really fun game, but despite what it says on the box, it is not a Cthulhu game. It is a pulp action adventure game. In it, you're playing characters that are basically bum rushing a bunch of cultists, you're smacking them around, you're beating up the bad guys, you're kicking over the ritual fires to stop the evil ceremonies. And in the end, the Great Old One shows up, and hey, you guessed it, you kick him in the ass. It is a very combat-heavy game. In fact, there is no way to win without beating the shit out of the Great Old One. As far as Cthulhu goes, that is completely against what Cthulhu is supposed to be about. Cthulhu is supposed to be about investigation. It's supposed to be about finding the trick to beat the bad guy. It's about it's not about combat. Out of all the things that I would say is appropriate for a Call of Cthulhu game, combat is the least one. So I think the only reason that it is Cthulhu is because they wanted to use the theme. Cthulhu is in open copyright now, or whatever it's called, open license. So the copyright has expired on it, or something. So anyone can use it, and everyone does. Like, there are literally hundreds of Cthulhu games getting pumped out, and most of them suck. Death May Die would have been, I think, less popular with a more generic theme, but I think it would have worked better with a generic theme. Again, make it a, I don't know, 1930s World War II action occult kind of thing. Have them go after the was it Thule Society or whatever? Like the have it be part of the World War II occult war or something. It would have been significantly better, in my opinion. I think the theme would have fit the game much better. But as it is Cthulhu. So it is a combat-heavy Cthulhu game. Whereas, again, Eldritch Horror is more about running around solving the puzzles, and the card game is more about solving the mystery. It's about investigating and kind of learning. Which, I guess, different styles for different games for different people. Anyway, finished a little bit earlier tonight, but I think that's probably a good thing. So I might just wrap things up here. Sadly, this is the, well, I mean, this is the end of the Halloween games that I'm doing specifically for Halloween. But it doesn't necessarily mean it'll be the end of horror games or these kinds of themed games. I am going to be going back to doing Madara, because I do want to continue with the main storyline for that, and I want to see it through to at least the end of Act 1. But every now and then I might throw in something else, and I tend to favor these kinds of horror games. Horrified, Eldritch Horror, and the other Call of Cthulhu games. A Touch of Evil is another really cool one. I want to do This War of Mine. And there's a few other ones that I'm looking into. So, even though Halloween is now over and done with, this will not be the end of the horror-themed games. But anyway, I think I'm going to wrap things up there. So, next one should be this coming weekend, where, as I said, I will be getting back into playing Madara. I think I left it off. Yeah, I left it off at the beginning of an encounter for the main storyline. So we're getting right back into it with more game. But until then, thank you all for watching. If you are interested in supporting myself and what I'm doing, then please follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube. It's a click of a button, doesn't take much time, doesn't cost you anything, but it really does help. So, again, thanks for watching, and see you all next time.